Okay, I want to start the program off today talking a little bit about digestive health. Yesterday, an article appeared on Science Daily. This was published in the journal Frontiers in Cellular and Infectious Biology. It was based on research from the University of North Carolina's School of Medicine that showed that breast milk, among other things, it builds the immune system, the brain, and it's important for overall physical development. But among other things, breast milk has another important function. It prepares the baby's gut for solid food. It turns out that breastfed babies have a different type of bacterial population, a different type of probiotic population than formula-fed babies. And the bacteria in the intestines of these very lucky breastfed babies can help prepare their digestive tract for healthy, regular food when the baby is weaned. Now, of course, breast milk must have all of its nutritional components and probiotic components if it's going to be effective in this way. And that means that mom needs to be using a probiotic supplement herself while she's pregnant and after delivery, while she's breastfeeding. That means all pregnant women and all breastfeeding moms should be using the Biolumin Nightly Essence, maybe 4 to 6 capsules every day. And they should probably be eating lots of fermented foods, sauerkraut, miso, etc. The Beyond Organic products that Jordan Rubin has put together can also help in this regard. The probiotic-enriched cheese, the Amasai, and the Swear V are loaded with good bacteria. And if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, that might be something that you want to consider incorporating into your diet. And by the way, fermented foods and good bacteria are not just helpful for moms and for babies. Native cultures have historically used fermented foods as a major source of their calories, and not just for probiotics, but also as a way of increasing the enzyme content of the foods. Raw cheese, yogurt, kefir, fermented soy, fermented fruits. If you're in Mongolia, fermented yak milk. Yes, I saw that on the Food Channel, fermented yak milk. Fermented veggies. Pretty much all fermented foods are packed with enzymes. They're living, alive foods. The idea of eating these living foods is absolutely vital to understand if we're going to be able to leverage or maximize our built-in, divinely mandated healing powers. Foods that have the life force in them, that is enzymes in them. Foods are living, they're not dead, they're able to provide us with nutritional value, and even more importantly, they're able to help us access nutrients. They break down the foods and make the nutrients more available. Living foods, enzyme-rich foods, make nutrients more available to us. The standard American diet, as we know it, costs us nutrition. It's anti-nutrition. Not only does it not provide nutrients, our body uses nutrients to break down those foods. This is why supplements are so important, and this is why so many people notice quick results when they get on a good nutritional supplement program, when they start the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients. The standard American diet not only doesn't provide nutrients, it costs us nutrients. Then you got the whole systemic benefits to digestive enzymes. Obviously, digestive enzymes are going to help you digest your food, but you can also use them as anti-inflammatories. You have to take them on an empty stomach. They're called systemic enzymes when you take them on an empty stomach because they work on the whole system of the body more than just digestion, and they do some really cool things. They can be helpful for pain relief. They can help thin the blood. They can help break up clotted blood and fibery blood. They can help support the immune system. Systemic enzymes, that is, the ultimate enzymes taken on an empty stomach, can help open up clogs and help improve the circulatory system, healing times, improve swelling and inflammation. They're great to take pre-surgery. If you're going into surgery, taking your ultimate enzyme supplements and eating enzyme-rich foods, fermented beets and kimchi and kefir, etc., a couple of weeks before surgery and then a couple of weeks after surgery can really speed up healing time and reduce the bruising and the inflammation that's associated with surgery. Whenever we have an inflammation or a wound, part of the process involves secretion of protein fibers, and a lot of the inflammation and the clogging that's associated with post-surgical wounding is really something that you can use digestive enzymes to help improve or help reduce. Eating digestive enzymes, using digestive enzymes supplementally, or eating enzymes in enzyme-rich foods is super duper helpful for pretty much all health conditions. Protein digestive enzymes, they call them proteases, can help improve healing and inflammation in addition to helping you access amino acids and protein in protein-rich foods. Longevity's Ultimate Enzymes is a super duper functional product. You got the digestive enzymes that help you digest foods, and you've got blood purification, and you've got anti-inflammation as well. Can you imagine if a drug came out that helped you digest your food, helped improve your circulatory system, and had anti-inflammatory and pro-healing properties? What would a drug like that be worth? Well, you're not going to have a drug like that. There's never going to be any drug like that. And by the way, even if there was a drug like that, you probably end up dealing with adverse reactions and side effects. So don't wait around for a drug like that, but get yourself on the Ultimate Enzymes. Get yourself on the Healthy Start Pack. Get yourself on the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients. This is the beautiful thing about nutritional supplementation. Not only do you get healing benefits, not only do you get health benefits, but you get these benefits in a non-toxic fashion. You get these benefits without having to deal with adverse reactions, and you get these benefits without having to go to the doctor. You get these benefits without having to wait in line at the pharmacy, and you get these benefits that are truly health benefits. And I say that to distinguish them from the kind of benefits, if there are any, that you get from prescription drugs. Prescription drugs will mask your symptoms. You won't know you have a problem. You still have the problem, of course, but you don't know you have the problem. With nutritional supplementation, not only do you get no side effects, not only do you not have to deal with the medical model, but you get real effects. You really change your life. You really change your health, and for the better. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Our number is 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552, toll free. Got lines open for you. We'd love to hear from you. You are listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program on the ZBS Radio Network. We'll be back after this. I'll be sitting in for the next 45 minutes with my good friend and colleague Douglas Winfrey. What's going on, Doug?
Great to have you back on again. And I've got an ABC News story here headlined, Ways to Fight a Sugar Binge.
Okay.
And they start to say, you didn't eat just one cookie, you ate all the cookies. And they say, while you can't erase those calories, there are some simple ways you can keep them from being immediately stored as fat, according to Leila Tabatabai, a endocrinologist at Houston Methodist Hospital. And going on to say, you can fend off eventual energy crash and junk food cravings that can happen after eating too many sweets. Here's her tips for what to do next. She says, get some exercise. It can take a lot of physical activity to burn off one moment of weakness. They say you'd have to run almost 5 miles to cancel out the calories in a Dunkin' Donut apple crumb donut, for example. But if you can't entirely negate your dietary indiscretions, a little extra cardio is still better than nothing. She recommends going for a quick walk, about an extra 15 minutes to your regular afternoon workout, and taking some stairs at lunchtime instead of the elevator. This is to cut your carbs at the next meals. And if your sugar binge happens before lunch or dinner, she recommends eliminating bread and simple carbohydrates at your next meal. If you've already had something sweet and sugary, stick to salad and lean protein so you don't need the additional potato or pasta carbs piled on.
I like that.
And she goes on to say, drink a glass of water or two. She said you might be tempted to guzzle some coffee after you eat that donut, but to fend off the effects of your sugar crash, but the buzz from the caffeine will be short-lived. So she goes on to say, instead, stay hydrated by drinking plenty of good H2O. She goes on to say, drinking extra water can actually help flush out some of the extra sugar that you've eaten.
Dilute your blood sugar. Absolutely. That's a great strategy.
And she says, have a high-protein snack. No matter how many calories you've ingested with junk food, you'll feel hungry about a couple hours later. Then she recommends that if you're not getting ready, if you're not getting ready to get, that's right here in the list.
That's
or Greek yogurt. So she
Yogurt's good too. Real yogurt, not the sugary kind though.
Yeah, she recommends getting a 100 to 200 calorie high protein snack. Stay on your feet and resist the urge to slump in your chair all afternoon. Instead, spend as much time standing as possible. It's had a 2011 study published by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said the majority of people who used a standing desk at work for 7 weeks reported that they felt more energized and more focused and more productive. And I can attest to that because I made my computer station where I surf the internet a standing station a couple of 3 months ago, and I've noticed the difference.
When you stand?
Yeah, I just stay more alert, more focused, more energized, and I kind of move around while I'm doing it. I know they make these standing workstations that also have a treadmill as part of it, but they're about $4,000. So, but she also goes on to say, don't fall off the wagon. The most important thing is not to slip up in the first place, but use these other strategies when you do.
Have you ever done a radio show standing up?
No, I have not.
You should try it. You definitely have more
Actually,
energy.
I have done shows in the past because most of the radio stations I've worked at prior to the one I'm at now, most of the workstations were designed to stand at, but, we did have tall, like, bar stools we could sit on if we wanted to. But, that goes back to the days when we had where all the audio we were playing was playing off of carts. And so it actually was advantageous to be mobile because you had to go run to the back of the room and grab a cart, run back and slam it in the machine,
right.
And, all in an effort to try to avoid dead air and all that stuff. So,
did that gal talk about cinnamon?
About cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
No,
cinnamon.
She didn't.
Yes. She didn't talk about that?
I didn't see it in the story.
That's a great way to reduce your sugar cravings. How about glutamine or branched-chain amino acids? She say anything about that?
Nope.
All right, we'll talk about that when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You are listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Got more good health information coming at you right after our timeout. And we do have lines open for you at 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. We're coming back right after this. Don't go away. So, Doug, they didn't say cinnamon, huh?
I didn't see it in the article here. I didn't. I had to prepare this quickly today.
Sweeties is a great source of cinnamon, And cinnamon is a great source. They got cinnamon in the Sweeties, I'm pretty sure. And you know what? The Sweeties will help you, chromium and vanadium will help wean you off of sugar in addition to helping you metabolize sugar. You can get cinnamon straight and use it. And spices in general can help you with your sugar cravings. But my all-time favorite way of reducing sugar cravings is to use protein, especially whey protein. The Slender FX is a great source of what are called branched-chain amino acids. And these branched-chain amino acids can turn off sugar cravings just like a switch. Same with the amino acid glutamine. And again, glutamine is in the whey protein in the Slender FX. Bone soup, chicken soup, pretty much any kind of meat or high-protein food is going to be a good source of branched-chain amino acids and glutamine. And for you bodybuilders or weightlifters or anybody who's exercising, you should know that in addition to helping wean you off of sugar, the BCAAs, the branched-chain amino acids, as well as the glutamine powder or glutamine amino acid, are also good for bodybuilding. They're also good for muscle development. In fact, glutamine powder in particular is known by bodybuilders and weightlifters as being super important. Most weightlifters or bodybuilders or athletes will be on supplemental glutamine. But you know what? If an athlete is doing something, we should be paying attention because we're all athletes. Just getting our butt out of bed in the morning is an athletic event. Just going through our lives every day is an athletic event. And if a professional athlete is doing something to build their bodies, to make their bodies stronger, they're making millions of dollars in some cases on having strong bodies. If they're doing it, that's something that we at least want to pay attention to. And if you find like you're upping your protein, you're starting to do more whey protein or eat more protein because you're trying to wean yourself off of sugar, and you find that you just don't feel comfortable or you're bloated or you got some kind of digestive issue after you eat your protein, you want to do smaller portions and you want to use your protein with your ultimate enzymes. As we get older, we don't make as much digestive enzymes, and this can sometimes compromise how well we process protein, especially if we decide we're going to up our protein. So if you're deciding to increase your protein for whatever reason, you're working out, you want to wean yourself off of sugar, get yourself on the ultimate enzymes, and you might want to throw in the nightly essence, the Biolumin nightly essence. One of the neatest benefits to the Biolumin nightly essence is that it has digestive enzymes in it. It actually has a really cool digestive enzyme in it called nattokinase. And nattokinase has been used and recognized for at least 10 or 15 or 20 years. I first read about almost 20 years ago as a blood thinner. It's very
and doesn't that help prevent blood clots?
I was about to say. Yes,
it
sir.
Doesn't even help dissolve them as well?
Helps break them up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's in your probiotic supplement. You can get a probiotic supplement anywhere, but you're not going to find a probiotic supplement that's got bromelain and papain and digestive enzymes and nattokinase in it as well. And in addition to all of the benefits, the digestive enzyme benefits that you get with the Biolumin nightly essence, you also get a big old dose of probiotics in each capsule. And it is a wonderful, wonderful probiotic supplement. In fact, it's my favorite probiotic supplement. And I've been using probiotic supplements since I was in pharmacy school. They taught us about the importance of gut bacteria back in the 1980s. And I started recommending probiotic supplements as soon as I graduated pharmacy school. In fact, I remember working for a drugstore chain that shall go nameless, and every time somebody would come in for an antibiotic, this was back in the 1980s, early 1990s, I would recommend a probiotic supplement. And you know what? After a while, I was just recommending probiotic supplements and telling people not to even take their prescription medication, and needless to say, The drugstore wasn't very fond of hearing that, so I ended up not working at that drugstore. It didn't take very long before I got canned. Anyway, if you're interested in nutritional supplement replacements for your prescription drugs, if you're interested in getting off your prescription drugs and getting on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you do that. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, or 888-379-2552. Toll free. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. We're coming back at you with more good health information right after this.
Let's head to California and Viona. You're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Viona.
Hi,
What's up?
I'm calling. I have some discoloration. Well, first, thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
And I have some problem that's been going on for like a year. I went to the doctor.
Okay.
And they don't say anything.
Tell me about.
I do have some.
No, tell me about the discoloration, Viona.
Yeah, I have around my ankles.
Is it white or is it dark? White or dark?
It's dark. It's kind of like reddish, but it's turning to brown.
It's reddish and it's turning to brown. Okay, now hang on though. Don't run away now. Now, what's your color usually? What kind of complexion do you have?
I am more white.
Are you? What's your background? Your racial background?
Middle Eastern. Lebanese.
Middle Eastern. Okay, got it. Okay, so you're like kind of a little dark? You're saying, or are you very light?
No, I am white. Yeah, I'm like light skin. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, here's the thing. First of all skin issues. I'm not just talking to you, Viona. I'm talking to anybody who's got a skin issue. Number one, the first thing to think of is digestive problems. The digestive system and the skin are linked. They're like two peas in a pod, and I'm talking eczema, rosacea, vitiligo, acne, any kind of skin issue. And I've been doing skincare now for over 30 years, formulating products and working with people's skin, and that is my specialty. And I can tell you this, after seeing tens of thousands, maybe more, of different patients and studying this stuff for over 30 years, the skin and the digestive system need to be considered as two peas in a pod. Anytime you have a digestive problem, the first thing to think about is skin problem. The first thing to think about is a digestive issue. So what you want to do is you want to do two things. First of all, you want to look for digestive issues. I'm talking constipation, diarrhea, loose stools, bloating, gas, feeling of fullness, heartburn, whatever. And then link that up to foods and then eliminate those foods. And then the second thing you want to do is you want to start to help your body process foods. Probiotics, which we've talked about. We talked about at the beginning of the program. The Biolumin Nightly Essence, fermented foods, digestive enzymes, the ultimate enzymes, for example. Use some apple cider vinegar after all your meals. The fucoidan Z or the Z radical. Both of those contain fucoidan, and that can also be helpful for the digestive system. Try to use liquids as much as possible to kind of reduce the load on your digestive system. Viona, I'm going to tell you a couple of things that you need to really pay attention to. Number one, as I already said, the digestive system is always linked to the skin. So whenever you have a skin problem, you have a digestive problem. The second thing is no one just has a skin problem. There are always other issues. You follow what I'm saying, ma'am? The skin problems don't just hang from the middle of the air unless you've been wounded or something. If there are chemical skin problems, and it sounds like that's biochemically related, then there's something else happening, and you need to start to collect data points. You need to start to collect information. The digestive information is always the most important, and if you just want to start right away with a program, start with a digestive health supporting program. But look for other things going wrong with your body. The fact that there's redness involved tells me that you might have a circulatory problem and you may have an inflammatory problem. The fact that there's brown, I can't really tell you what that is, although it could be something that's subsequent to the redness issue. But focus on digestive health, and then also look for other symptoms. And then, of course, the Mighty 90 essential nutrients is always something that you want to, as a baseline. Everybody needs the Mighty 90 essential nutrients, whether you're healthy, whether you've got a health crisis, or whether you're healthy. We all need the Mighty 90 essential nutrients. Thanks for your call, Viona. I hope we helped you out. And I've got to take a break. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552, toll free. Let us show you how easy a health care program can be. No matter what your degenerative disease health crisis is, getting healthy is not complicated, no matter what you heard from the medical model. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back after this.
Let's head to Georgia. And Allie, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
What's up,
Hello.
Allie? Allie from Georgia. What's up, Allie?
I need to know what to do for cataracts and COPD.
Okay, got it. Cataracts are a sugaring of the lens or a rusting of the lens. Something in the body, something in the biochemistry of the body is causing the lens of the eye to kind of get cloudy. Usually involves sugar. It could also involve oxidation, which is a fancy way of saying rusting. That's antioxidants and taking care of your sugar. COPD is an inflammatory issue that affects the lungs. So it sounds to me, is it for you, ma'am, or is it somebody you know?
For somebody I know.
Okay, so whoever that is breaking down quickly. That's basically what's happening. You know how there's so many different ways the body can break down. There's 12,800 different diseases according to the World Health Organization. But really, at the end of the day, all breakdown is related to digestive health, blood sugar health, and toxicity. And sugar, by the way, counts as toxicity. So what you want to do, if you're dealing with, it's the same person?
No.
Is this the same? Those two different people. Okay. So for both people, you want to, first and foremost, you want to patch up any leaks that are coming in through the digestive system. The intestine becomes leaky and stuff starts coming into the blood, and that's where you really run into problems. So that's the first step. For patching up the gut, the Fucoidan Z and the Biolumin Nightly Essence, and then making sure that you're using digestive strategies where you eliminate problem foods. So eliminating problem foods, Biolumin Nightly Essence, and then the Fucoidan Z and the Z Radical. You might want to throw in the digestive enzymes also. And you want to make sure your client or your patient is on a well-rounded nutritional supplement program. The Healthy Start Pack is a good place to start. And then for the cataracts, you also probably want to consider that to be a blood sugar issue. Cataracts and diabetes go hand in hand. So just like we said earlier, how digestive issues in the skin are interrelated, same with diabetes, blood sugar issues, and cataracts. So using the sweeties and then doing all the things you want to do to keep your blood sugar down that we were just talking about, actually drinking more water, especially after meals, and also first thing in the morning when the blood sugar tends to be concentrated. You can also use, as we were talking earlier, more protein, especially Slender FX type protein, whey protein. When you want to snack, do a hard-boiled egg or some kind of high-protein supplement. Try to stay away from those sugary processed foods. And then also you might want to consider taking a little bit more of the Beyond OsteoFX, which contains magnesium, which can be very helpful for lowering blood sugar. So COPD and cataracts are not primary health issues. They are secondary health issues. You can't address a secondary health issue without addressing a primary health, the primary cause. And the primary cause for both of these conditions is inflammation and probably also sugar involvement. So work on the digestive system, stabilize the blood sugar, and make sure both of your friends or whoever they are, make sure they're both on the Healthy Start Pack, making sure they're getting their basic nutrients. And always when you're starting your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, somebody who's never supplemented before or perhaps has a history of health issues, you want to sip on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine slowly throughout the day, and that way you'll prevent the loose stools that some folks get when they try to hit their bodies with a big blast of nutrition, a big blast of minerals especially, which is what the Beyond Tangy Tangerine contains. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. And let's see if we can get one more call in before break, Doug.
All right, let's head to Concord, California. And Darren, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, what's up, Darren?
Oh, hi, Ben. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Sure.
45 years old. I'm 5'6", 230 pounds.
Okay.
About 3 weeks ago, I had a minor stroke, diagnosed with kidney failure, AFib. I got high blood pressure.
Oh, my goodness. You got one. Yeah, you're a classic example of what I call the triangle of disease. That means it's a triad of health issues that precede all your cardiovascular problems. And the fact that you said you're 5'6" and 230, did I hear you say?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 5'6", 230 tells me your blood sugar is whacked out, and that's probably following long-term digestive health issues. So 3 points. The 3 points of what I call the triangle of disease precede all degenerative health crisis: the digestive system, then the blood sugar system, and then what I call, and a lot of folks call, the adrenal thyroid link or adrenal thyroid axis, technically. So first and foremost, as we've been talking about for most of this program, you want to start focusing on digestive health. Get yourself on the Biolumin Nightly Essence. Use the Ultimate enzymes after all your meals. You may want a swig of apple cider vinegar after that. And then also the Fucoid Z or the Z Radical. I like the Fucoid Z a little better. Either one. Make sure you're using that 3 capsules in the morning, 3 capsules at night if it's the Fucoid Z, and then a couple of capfuls or 3 capfuls, 2 to 3 capfuls of the Fucoid and the Z-Radical if you decide to go that route. Then you want to make sure that you're associating digestive health issues. You've got to have a history of digestive health issues. If you don't know you have them, find them because they're there. If you do know you have them, you're ahead of the game. And then start linking those up, whatever they may be, diarrhea, constipation, loose stools, etc., heartburn. Link those up to foods. Link those up to problem foods, and then you're going to eliminate those foods. And that's the first point of the triangle. The second point is the blood sugar, and it does sound like your blood sugar is messed up. You're very young to be having these kind of cardiovascular issues, which is good news and bad news. The fact that you're so young means you can turn this thing around. The bad news is that you're too young to have this kind of stuff going on. So work on the blood sugar. That means the Sweeties product. The Fucoid Z will also help stabilize your blood sugar. That's one of the hidden benefits, by the way, the Fucoid Z is it's important for your blood sugar. And then also all the things that we talk about for diabetes, keeping your intake of refined flours, sugars, processed foods down. Fruit juice is probably something you want to avoid, certainly desserts, etc. Those are things you want to avoid too. If you have a hard time with that, if you feel like you're addicted to sugar, which many people are, that's understandable, make sure that you're using protein calories instead of sugar calories. So whenever you feel like munching on, a candy bar or an apple or whatever it is, go for some protein. And then mix that in with make sure you're getting enough of the essential fatty acids. The omega-3s and omega-6s can help wean you off of off your sugar cravings. If you want to supplement, get some glutamine, but you can get all that in the Slender FX, chicken soup, bone soup. These are all good sources of the branched chain amino acids that can help wean you off of sugar. And then last thing is the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are your stress glands, so relaxing the body is very important. Don't underestimate the power of relaxation. We live in a culture where we feel like we got to work all the time. We feel like we got to produce all the time. We feel like we're lazy if we kick back. We feel like we're indulging if we take a hot bath or a hot tub, or if we get a massage. They're not indulgences. They're part of good health. They're vital to good health. When the body's in fight or flight mode, when it's in survival mode, whether that survival mode is psychological or whether it's physiological, we don't heal. We don't regenerate. We can't access our body's healing power. So it's actually medicine to sit on the couch and do nothing. It's actually like a prescription drug to sit in a hot bath or a hot tub. Activate the relaxation response. Deep breathing is probably the single fastest way to activate the relaxation response. And considering you're having all these cardiovascular health issues, which are a red flag for lack of oxygen, practicing slow, deep breathing techniques is very important. You always inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, and slowly is very, very important. Maybe 10 or 15 seconds on the inhale, 10 or 15 seconds on the exhale, and do it for about 2 or 3 minutes in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening, and that can help relax everything. It can help open up your blood vessels as well, and opening up the blood vessels, of course, will improve oxygenation to the heart. Anything else you want to ask?
So I'm not familiar with the products, and I want to know exactly what products it is I should be.
I'll tell you what to do.
Should be taking. And,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Call your longevity rep. Tell them you want the Healthy Start Pack. Then tell them you want the BioLumin Nightly Essence. Then you tell them you want the Fucoid Z, Fucoid Z. And then it's probably a good idea for you also to be on the Sweeties. And you might want to do the Slender FX as well. And if you shoot me an email, ben@ksco.com, and put your name on there, I think you said it was Darren, and put in the subject heading from the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Put your phone number there. I'll call you back, and I'll work with you personally. And you and I can get to the bottom of this and reverse your health challenges together. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. We're coming back at you right after this time out. Don't go away. Doug?
Let's head to Alabama. And Alice, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
What's up, Alice?
Hey, Pharmacist Ben. I'll be brief.
Okay.
Dr. Wallet was on the Benny Hinn show. He talked about diabetes and renal failure and his secret sauce.
Did he say the words? Did he use the word secret sauce?
Yes, he did.
Oh, that's funny. Doc is a funny guy, man. I've been getting letters about secret sauce, and I was wondering what that was about. So Doc must have said secret sauce.
I didn't want to tell it to anybody because I wasn't really sure, but I think it has something to do with the daily tablet.
It's probably the Sweeties. I can't tell you what Doc's secret sauce is. Doc's definitely got a good sense of humor, and I don't know what he was referring to.
Usually when he refers to the secret sauce, he's referring to the Healthy Start Pack.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then it's the Healthy Start Pack. The Healthy Start Pack is a baseline. It's the bare bones minimum for everybody. Every human being on the planet needs the Healthy Start Pack. It's the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients. It's made up of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, which is maybe the single most spectacular all-around nutritional supplement you're ever going to use. And I've been using it for 17 years in its various forms. And I use it every day now, and I can't even tell you how powerful that is in words, because you got to experience it for yourself. And I've been seeing the results now for a decade and a half, almost 2 decades, personally and in my clients. The second product is called the Ultimate Essential Fatty Acids, and that's your EFAs, and EFAs are also unspeakably important for many different functions. By the way, if you have dry skin, that's an EFA issue. Fat cravings, EFA issue. Arthritis and inflammation, major essential fatty acid component. So that's the second product. And then the third product is the Beyond OsteoFX, which is magnesium and some calcium and a few other things. And that between those 3 products, you get your Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients. So that's the secret sauce. It's not a secret. It's not sauce either. It's just a basic, fundamental, all-around good way to get healthy. Now, if you have diabetes, ma'am, and by the way, renal failure, like cataracts and diabetes go together. I said that earlier. Same with renal failure, kidney disease, which is an epidemic, and diabetes, which is an epidemic also. So what happens with kidney disease is your blood starts to become sugary. It becomes caramelized, and sugar is sticky. It reacts with things, and as that sugary blood starts to flow through the kidneys, which are charged with filtering the blood, over the course of time, the kidney becomes damaged. So the diabetes and kidney disease go hand in hand. Dirty blood and kidney disease go hand in hand. So what's the answer for that? Clean your blood. Use digestive strategies, because that's the main source of dirty blood, and then make sure you're treating the diabetes by using the chromium vanadium, the Sweeties product. Make sure you're using your Healthy Start Pack. Make sure you're using the Fucoid Z or the Z Radical, which also has a sugar metabolizing property. Actually, it helps your body process sugar. The Biolumin Nightly Essence probiotics also can have a positive effect on sugar balance, and of course, keeping your intake of the fast-burning sugary foods down. Everybody's favorite foods, the standard American diet foods, cereals and breads and pasta and rice and potatoes and boxed products, processed food products, and of course desserts and sweets, and the foods I'm talking about. Those are the foods that spike your blood sugar. Once that happens, it becomes very difficult for your body to clean the sugar, and then of course the kidneys, which filter the blood, can become affected as well.
You might also want to try the Ultimate Daily.
Of course, the Ultimate Daily. That's a good point, Doug. That's like a multiple vitamin, and you might want to throw that in. Thank you for bringing that up, Doug. So, Sweeties, Healthy Start Pack, Z Radical or Fucoid Z, Ultimate Daily, Biolumin Nightly Essence, and even though I love talking about nutritional supplements, something as simple and as basic as controlling the kinds of foods you eat is so darn important. Listen, health is simple, you guys. We have been bamboozled into believing that it's complicated, that you need diagnostics, and you need specialists, and you need doctors, and you need insurance plans. I am here to tell you, if you have a chronic degenerative disease, it is not complicated. It's not a medical issue. It's none of the doctor's business. You don't need a prescription drug. What you do need is the Healthy Start Pack, a good all-around nutritional supplement program, control the kind of foods that you eat, practice deep breathing, and relax. It's really not that hard, and all degenerative disease is reversible because it's in the body's nature to heal. This is our God-given right to regenerate. If you're dealing with degenerative disease, all you got to do is figure out how to access the regenerative capacities of the human body. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening, friends. Have an awesome, wonderful, beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.